That darkness that we have to overcome now is the real darkness of our ignorance. What you must understand, that in the process of evolution and growth, it attends with pain. Nobody grows without pain. So if God was a light of himself, and then after creating himself, and from that single essence, the second self, which is the female. She's not the second self of man, she's the second self of God. And this is why in the writings of Paul says that when you misuse or mistreat the woman, it's like mistreating yourself, because she's a part of you as she's a part of God. Listen. Now, wherever there is pain, there is growth. Wherever there is growth, there is pain. To extend your threshold of pain is to increase your growth. All human beings have an aversion to pain. Who wants pain? We all run from pain, and we run from growth. See, Christians, they're Christians. You want the the crown, but you're running from the cross. The cross is the way to the crown. How in the world can we lead our people out of the condition that our people are in and expect that there's not going to be any pain? There's not going to be any adversity. There's not going to be any suffering. Well, if you don't want pain, you don't want suffering in order to grow, then you don't want life in God's universe, because that is the natural way of things. Listen, by God being a light of himself, he becomes Al-Nur, the light. That's why God is Al-Nur. He's the light of himself, and all things that have light got light from him. Listen, he caused himself to exist, and by him all other things exist. That's how he became Jehovah, the self-existing God, and the God by whom all things exist. How he became Al-Sabir, the patient. He had to overcome frustration with the pace of his own evolution, and the disappointment with that pace, which gave rise to patience. And that's how he became Al-Sabir. And therefore he asked every human being, if you want to win in struggle, it won't come overnight. You got to learn how to be patient and long-suffering, because it's only through patience and long-suffering that you will reach the goal. Hear me. So when Allah comes into existence, he comes into existence with a tolerance for pain, understanding the nature of frustration with the slow pace of fulfillment of desire, understanding disappointment, and willing to be patient with the process in order to bring to fruition that which he envisioned. All of us have to travel that same road. And the reason that you are not as great as you could be is because you can't take pain. The reason that you are aborted is because you get frustrated and disappointed with the slow pace of the fulfillment of your desire. So you abort the process and wonder why you're a bum on life's highway. You are created to succeed. Failure is not somebody else's. Failure is yours. Because if it doesn't come when you want it, as quickly as you want it, if too much pain attends it, you give up.